Hello everybody and welcome back. As I mentioned in my last video, after a couple years of just studying metaphysics, energy work, which was helpful, maintaining a somewhat calm nervous system, I figured out the restriction throughout my physical body. I need something else. I also didn't see much of what I could do with my minister license, even though it gives me a way of being allowed to counsel, coach, and do the energy healing work, but it just wasn't enough. So I decided I did some research because obviously I need a new license, new in the US. So the easiest way to get a hands-on license was to join the massage therapy school and get a massage license. It was only like I think 10K back then. PT was just too long and I wasn't really interested. I think I was still so traumatized from my physical therapist's experiences over the decades back in Germany. So I did my research. I signed up at the massage school, just like I mentioned in my last video. And from there, I figured out, oh my goodness, I can take the training in the US. Some part of the cranial osteopathy, which here they call it craniosacral therapy, Upledger. My instructor at the massage school told me about it. We had even an intro class at the massage school to get some continued education. And I'm like, yay, I can do this. Workshops are 4 days. I'm like, I can do a 4-day workshop. I have time afterwards to recover because, bear with me, that was in 2011. 2012, I was still pretty out of alignment. I mean, I was still working on my restriction, 36 years of having a lift under my leg and all kind of other things. So I'm just gonna give the headlines of all the training I've taken, the hands-on training, not necessarily in chronological order, but over the past, 14 years. But most of the training I took like back in the early between 2012 2016, and then afterwards I just did my some other things. I will talk about it more in detail. So my training, my hands-on training is focused on somatics, trauma in the soma, which soma is the body, trauma in the tissue, because that's where we hold the memory, the anxiety, the sensations we get. It's trauma in our physical body. It can be medical trauma, accidents, emotional trauma, abuse, all forms of abuse, however we hold ourselves when something happened, even just being cut off on the freeway, boop, it's like that's being held in your body. So usually when I drive, I'm just gonna, and if something startles me, I would be like, that was really startling. And then I just go, ooh, take a deep breath in, let it go, because I don't need to pile up things in my body like I used to do in the past. So trauma, somato-emotional release, which is what Dr. Upledger in craniosacral work called it somato-emotional release. Then we have Peter Levine, psychotherapists who are body focused. They call it somatic experiencing. There are beautiful videos. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more in detail once I talk about each training, each class in the upcoming videos. So now I'm just like, treating the misalignment that I had in my body, that people have in their bodies from all kind of things, braces, just being born. I mean, unless you're like a preemie and you're born via C-section, you might not have that many restrictions, but it's pretty tight, and then we all have a little bit of, fetal malpositions, maybe has the neck out, and so there are all kind of things. But the other thing is why I studied so many things and why I have so much hands-on training was also to fix myself. Because again, 36 years of having a lift under my leg, and then the years after just to, fix myself. Now I'm sharing my knowledge. It was a personal apprenticeship. Sometimes I joke about it. I'm glad I'm not a heart surgeon because I couldn't have practiced that on myself, I assume. Except for, we probably all heard of the neuroscientist, neuropsychologist who went into a coma and woke up afterwards and then shared his experience. Anyway, so again, for me, my slogan is life is a classroom and I'm an eternal student. And everything I have trained, studied, experienced, I mean, not everything, but what I think might be helpful, I'm going to share. So in my next video, I'm gonna share the hands-on training I have taken. Looking forward to seeing you again. Thank you.